The name Paula White is one that you know. If you're a frequent watcher of the Trinity Broadcasting Network, you see her there. She, along with her husband Randy, was pastoring the Church Without Walls International in Tampa, Florida, and is now back in New York City and the author of a new book, You're All That, Understand God's Design for Your Life. She'll be in our area tomorrow in Allen Park, where she'll be signing this book at the Barnes & Noble store in Allen Park. And Paula White, it's a privilege to welcome you here to the Paul Edwards program.
So good to be with you, Paul. How is everything going up in the Detroit area?
Well, you're going to find that out for yourself tomorrow. Have you ever been to Detroit?
I have. Lots of good friends up there, and beautiful area.
Yes, Michigan's fallen on some hard economic times lately, but it has not affected the beauty of Detroit, and this area is beautiful in the fall. So we're looking forward to welcoming you here to Detroit tomorrow.
Thank you, Paul, and I look forward to being with everyone.
Let's try to get the elephant out of the room that everybody is thinking about, and that, of course, is the decision that you and your husband of 18 years made to divorce and to go your separate ways. The thing that concerns me is a quote from one of your church members that was in Tampa Bay Online. They quote a young person named Karen Fuller, who said that the announcement of your divorce didn't weaken the church in any way. And I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised that strong ministry leaders like you and your husband could announce a divorce and it not have any effect on your ministry. Do you agree with that perspective of that church member?
Well, Paul, I think you just summed it up quite properly, and that is saying that perspective. And with all respect, one opinion does not make the complete picture of a very difficult situation. So I can't say one voice would ever sum up the total, accuracy of a situation at all. And while, with all due respect and understanding that opinion, you might have another quote that says the exact opposite. And somewhere between, the extreme right and the extreme left is a middle ground that is probably more in alignment with what is.
What have you and your husband Randy decided to do in terms of the future of each of your individual ministries? I'm hearing conflicting reports, but is Randy going to continue to pastor Church Without Walls? And then my understanding is now based in New York City.
No, Paula White Media Ministry is continued to base out of Tampa, Florida, and we continue to both function at Without Walls International Church. In fact, I've spoken there the last 2 Sundays. He continues to pastor. I continue to serve in the ministry there, with the media ministry and the humanitarian outreach continuing to do the good works that it has always done, and that is taking a message, the gospel of Jesus Christ, beyond the 4 walls, and seeing lives transformed and hearts healed and souls saved.
You know, as a minister myself, Paula, if I were to divorce, I got to believe that it would adversely affect me emotionally. It would adversely affect, obviously, my family, but it would certainly have a ripple effect through this community. I mean, talk radio host, divorce, pastor divorces. Wouldn't it be appropriate for me? I'm not saying that divorce disqualifies anybody from ever being used by the Lord, but wouldn't it be an appropriate approach to say, you know, when a relationship breaks down like this, especially the relationship of high-profile ministers, maybe the best course of action is to seek a time away of respite and inner searching. And, all divorce has to involve sin at some level. And shouldn't there be a time of stepping away from the ministry duties in order to make certain that my own heart is right before God before I continue to represent Him as a minister of the gospel?
And again, Paul, with all due respect to your opinion and what you're saying, I can absolutely 100% say this, that every decision that is based, and I can only speak for myself in any situation, but specifically for myself and others I would like to speak on behalf of, is based upon the Word of God, accountability, wisdom in the safety and the multitude of counsel. And so, again, this is not something that is taken lightly, and this is not something that has been done without extreme counsel.